Jazzcast Pros.
I am like anti-attention when it comes to birthdays. I get emotional. I'm good. I'd rather not. And so I'm sharing that with you because as we age, as we learn more about life, learn more about ourselves, learn more about others, how you feel about a holiday or an event can change over time. And that's okay. We don't have to force a feeling or force an emotion. How we feel is how we feel about a thing. And what I appreciate about mindfulness is the opportunities to watch and to listen and pay attention and just gather information about what's happening. It helps me with my healing journey. It is also helping me manage expectations around my birthday, and lowering my stress around that. Christmas is coming. Like, why are we playing these games? Like, why? What? Merry fucking Christmas, right? Like, I'm not here for it. Welcome to the Healthy Illness Podcast. I am your host, Kelly Marie, and it's my birthday. Yeah, happy birthday to me. Yeah. The Healthy Illness Podcast is all about helping you build healthier relationships while living with mental health conditions. And we do that together, me and Jazzcast Pros Network. Shout out to Jazzy T, the best podcast producer out here in these podcasting streets. Check out Jazzcast Pros Network in all the places that you listen to podcasts. Like, subscribe, and share. We have like this huge group of people doing incredible work, and I'm one of those people, right? Like, I am in this midst of incredible people. So really exciting and excited to be a part of Jazzcast Pros and to be your host here on Healthy Illness Podcast, the podcast helping you build healthier relationships while living with mental health conditions. You know, I live with mental health conditions. And so I use my training, my therapy, my life experience, right, to help you live the type of life that you want while managing day-to-day health, mental health, all kinds of health and wellness things. This episode is all about it being my birthday. And if you've been with me for a while, I'm not a big birthday celebrator. I'm not a therapist, but there's some childhood trauma issues. I'm not even using the word trauma. I think that's a strong word for this scenario, because I don't have any like bona fide psychiatric, therapeutic professional telling me, and evaluating where I stand and how I feel about my birthday. But I've never been really big into birthdays. And by never, I mean never as an adult. I don't really remember childhood. I had to ask my mom how I was about my birthdays, but there was this one birthday. I've told you about this before. 5 years old. Everyone started singing happy birthday, and I just burst into tears. My mom takes me in the bathroom and she's like, you better get your shit together. I don't think she said shit, but that's what it felt like as a 5-year-old, and let these people sing happy birthday to you and you're going to have a good time. So I am like anti-attention when it comes to birthdays or like surprises. I get emotional. I'm good. I'd rather not. And so I got to this point a couple years ago with the pandemic. I'm like, there's nothing else happening. I'm going to start celebrating my birthday. Small doses. The first year I bought this really cute dress off of Etsy, had it made to my size and specifications. I wore it for my birthday with a tiara in the house during the pandemic because everything was shut down. And it was great to just do something nice for me, to know that I picked that dress, that I got to wear it. I didn't wear it for anybody, just me, because there was nobody else in the house. But that was the first year that I purposely did something for myself. Friends buy me gifts. I buy gifts for other people. Like, I love celebrating other people's birthdays. I just say, that's how I feel about that. So after my first year of COVID birthday partying, I started doing little things. Nothing major. I don't want like a big party. Although last year I did have a party. Oh, we'll get there. But I started doing little things. I had my one-on-one party with myself. Then I got together with some incredible friends of mine, Mia and Annette. I picked a couple of activities that I wanted to do, and we did them individually. Like, so I went to paint night with Amia, and I did something together, right? And that was great. One of my besties, Robert, you have seen him on the podcast. We talk about mental health in sports. He is a big birthday person, like low key dude, but big into celebrating people. And so he celebrates my birthday and always buys really great gifts. And so every year, I have that part, but it's like, it's my birthday, not like it's my birthday. And last year I actually had a party with an invitation digital. I had a birthday party at my girlfriend's shop. Shout out to Latricia at Intro Lifestyles Boutique in the Galleria Mall. And it was so interesting. The store is absolutely beautiful. And if you ever go there, they in the back set up the area for events. And so she was like, Kelly, yeah, you can have your birthday here, have a party. Catered, like it was really incredible. I could not help with anything. I couldn't do anything, just sit and let people like take care of me and like dote on me. It was just so gross. It was weird. The other part that I didn't care for was having to manage so many different people and relationships. Right? Like people knew me from different places, and I wasn't sure how to be the me they know. How do I like take my attention and sprinkle it out across an entire room of people? So when I tell you it was a lot of peopling, it was really a lot. The plus is I was surrounded by people that care about me, that came out to have a good time. It was just beautiful. Coach Michelle was there. If you missed that episode, click back a couple and hear Coach Michelle talk about mental health and her mental health journey. Donna Brown, Dietrich Trueheart from I Speak Life, Donna Brown from So Sassy. Like I have incredible people. My friends from the UB School of Nursing came out. My sisters from Sigma Iota Sigma Multicultural Sorority came out. When I tell you that I felt really special, I really did. At the same time, it was too damn much. So, and so many people wanted to come and they weren't able to make it. So I'm fielding like their text messages and their apologies. And this was the beginning of my legs not working in a way that was like visible to me. So I didn't know how long I was going to be able to stand, not realizing there was something wrong with my back, but like my legs were just getting tired. So there was a lot happening last year. And so this year, a lot has happened in this last year. And I'm just thankful every day. This season is all about mindfulness. So I encourage you to not wait for the annual celebration and find happiness, joy, Thanksgiving, gratitude in the moment, right? There is no way for us to know if, to be fair and honest, what the next moment brings. But we have this one. I don't know if I'm going to make it to my next birthday, but I have today. I have this moment. And so this year, my desire was to really focus on everyday gratitude, everyday love, everyday life, everyday joy, everyday pain and suffering, like all of the emotions, all of the things without judgment, just letting it be what it is. So I really didn't want to do anything this year. But I was talking to Amia. She's like, yeah, Kelly, but you've been doing all these great things. Let's do something. I don't really want to do nothing. She's like, how about brunch? Okay, you had me at food. So, okay, we can go eat. With that, I know me. Sometimes I don't want to be around people, period. Like I don't want to be around people. And sometimes I love being around people. And so what I did, because I didn't know how I was going to be feeling around my birthday, I feel a little different this year. Not depressed. I don't have, we talked about seasonal affective disorder. That's not me. That's not something that I struggle with. This is my season. I love the winter. I wake up early and bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and it's pitch black outside. Sagittarius all day. So although there's plenty of Sagittarius out there, I'm just Kelly. So don't even take that to mean all Sagittarius folk like the winter, because they do not. But what I decided to do because I don't know what the next moment will bring, right? And this mindfulness journey was I evaluated who I don't mind being around no matter how I feel. And those are the 4 people that I invited to brunch. Because if I feel great, I will have a great time. If I don't feel great and I don't feel like being bothered, I will still have a great time, because these are women who see me as I am, accept me for who I am, don't push, don't force me to show up, will try and force me to show up in a way that is comfortable for them. And so that's what I want. And it's easy to say that's how people should treat you. Let's keep it real. That's not how people treat each other. Often we find ourselves in spaces that we don't want to be in with people we don't want to be with. I was not going to spend my birthday that way. And going back to the tools, the checklists, I took the time to really think about me and who I am, think about what I wanted, and really agreeing with Amia that I was okay with having this birthday celebration. Small, low key, like I'll still be leaving on time to get to church to set up the AV equipment and, all the regular Sunday stuff. But it will give me an opportunity to just relax and be however I am in that moment with people that I know that love me and wish the best for me. And so I'm slightly excited. Excited's such a strong word. I don't really get excited. More like I'm looking forward to spending time with them, eating good food and having a good time. And it just happens to also be my birthday. I don't really see this as a celebration per se, but as a time to just chill and be thankful and grateful for another moment of peace, of tranquility, of love, of joy in my life. And so I'm sharing that with you because as we age, as we learn more about life, learn more about ourselves, learn more about others, how you feel about a holiday or your birthday, which is a holiday, or an event, a family gathering, like how you feel about people, places, and things can change over time. And that's okay. One of the things that I learned lately is that I catch myself feeling guilty or feeling bad for not feeling guilty or bad about something. And it's really interesting, again, in this mindfulness journey, because a lot of the foundation and tenets of mindfulness is like not judging the moment, not judging the feelings, just observing it and taking it for what it is, whatever that moment brings without judgment. And so I was recently confronted with the issue at work, and I think the intent was to offend me, but I wasn't offended. And I thought it was hilarious and relieved because I didn't want to do the thing that they were offending me by, not letting me know about. Yeah, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to participate. I was thankful and grateful and thought it was absolutely hilarious how I found out about this whole situation. And then I got offended. Not offended, but I started feeling guilty and feeling bad. Like, Kelly, you should really feel offended right now. Like you should really, be upset. And I had to catch myself because no, I shouldn't. First of all, I'm not. And if I'm not, I'm not. We don't have to force a feeling or force an emotion. How we feel is how we feel about a thing. And feelings are not facts. And so I had to have this internal dialogue, this internal conversation with myself about not being offended, but not feeling guilty. I had a problem with not being offended. And so it's a journey. Like it's a journey. And what I appreciate about mindfulness is the opportunities to watch and to listen and pay attention and just gather information about what's happening. It helps me with my healing journey. One, if you study mindfulness-based stress reduction, the purpose is to reduce your stress through mindfulness practices. In my case, it is both stress reduction and pain relief, but also using mindfulness in another way for mental well-being, which also is like stress reduction is mental well-being, right? Having less physical pain contributes to mental well-being as well. But specifically because of my mental health conditions, mindfulness helps me better understand, better navigate, and better negotiate my feelings. And so using the practices of mindfulness, using the tenets of mindfulness to examine and without judgment, like really just looking at it, seeing what it feels like, visually touching the emotions, putting a face to the emotion, putting a name to the emotions, playing out the scenario leading up to that, like in where I felt gratitude for not being a part of the situation I didn't want to be a part of. No way, right? Versus being offended that I do believe that the intent was to be offensive towards me by not including me in this thing. And so I'm not one that's easily offended. Catch me on the right day. It's more frustration, not offense. But I appreciated the opportunity to practice the awareness. It's interesting because I don't know when something like this will happen again for me to be mindful about it. But even in articulating that thought, like, what does the future hold? Like, hold up. We're not even looking at the future and what the future holds. We're looking at this moment. We're practicing being in this moment. We're paying attention to this moment. And the next moment will get here eventually. Soon enough, we're in the next moment. So focus and pay attention and be in this present moment. So sharing that with you because it is also helping me manage expectations around my birthday and lowering my stress around that. And, for me, the tools work. All the tools don't work all the time, but that's why I have a multitude of tools in case one doesn't work. I need to pull something else out of the toolbox. We're going to dive some more into mindfulness. We have Christmas is coming. New Year's is coming. Boo. And boo from the standpoint of, like, why are we playing these games? Like, why? What? I'm not here for the holidays. I love every day. I love people. Listen, I love winter. I love Christmas decorations. We'll get into that next week because Merry fucking Christmas, right? Like, I'm not here for it. So hit me up and let me know your thoughts about this episode. And next time we're talking all about my issues with Christmas. I am going to stay true to my desire to be honest and real and transparent and not hold any punches, right? I'm not going to say, oh man, I'm Christian. I really should, talk about Christmas in this way. Nah, it ain't even about all of that. So that's as much of the preview as you're going to get about next week's show. Until the next time, like, subscribe, share. Listen, if you need someone to talk to, dial 988. It is a crisis helpline, a talk line that is staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just to answer when you call. It is free. It is confidential. You're not alone. This time of year is tough for a lot of folks, and you might be in a place where you're there to help someone else who's in need. You can call for a friend. If you are looking for resources, like, where do you go to find a therapist? Where do you go in your neighborhood to, find a respite service? Or do they have writing circles or some type of, mental health healing hub? You can call 211, or you can go to 211 in your browser and type in a keyword search for your local area. And that will pull up information for you on where to go, how to find things, point you in the right direction. So until the next time, happy holidays for real. And happy birthday to me. Be the light.